story has been fun and like good so far. Well, okay, not fun since people are dying, but the way that the main character was like being portrayed was just so like offensive. It is like Chuck and Blair on like steroids. Hey everyone, it's me Bailey and welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm going to be doing a 24-hour readathon. I am doing the timer method this time. I just feel like it is going to work a little bit better for me and my schedule than if I were to do like to block off like a full 24-hour time period to try and read in that much time, as well as I like my sleep. So the timer method just happens to work out better for me, so that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. So my goal for this 24 hours is to make it through my TBR. I have had pretty okay luck with my TBR this month, but it hasn't been what I wanted it to be. So the point of this video is to hopefully, fingers crossed, make it through the rest of my TBR. So I do still have 5 books on my TBR left for the month, and I think that it could be doable, but we'll see. Just kind of if I'm liking those books and what kind of mood I'm in, because I definitely am a mood reader, so my mood will depend on that, and what I read will depend on my mood. So with that being said, first book that I am going to be talking about actually is not on my TBR, so but are we really that surprised? No, we shouldn't be. And that is Our Scorching Summer by Kels and Denise Stone. I have been reading this on my Kindle. I read the first book in the series. It's an interconnected standalone series that follows these 2 best friends and these 2 brothers. The first book I read not too long ago in my reading only blue book for a week. It was called Water Under the Bridge. I enjoyed it, had a really good time reading it, and so I decided to pick up Our Scorching Summer because it just came out not too long ago, and so far I'm enjoying it, but I don't like it as much as Water Under the Bridge. I just feel like the flow is just not flowing exactly the way that it needs to be flowing. So I just don't know if it's because I've read so many books in between reading that one and this one, but I just feel like we're missing a lot of information, and I don't know if that's just something that we're going to get later on in the book or any of that, but right now I just feel like I don't have enough information of Lily and Nico's relationship, so I am expecting to finish it during this 24 hours. I am currently, let's see how far I am. I'm currently 23% into it on chapter 11, so I do see myself finishing this during this 24 hours. But the next book that I'm also in the middle of that I'm hoping to finish during this 24 hours, because I've literally been reading it for like 2 weeks now at this point, is The Only Survivors by Megan Miranda. This is a mystery thriller set in the Outer Banks that follows this group of people who survived a van crash while they were in high school, and a lot of people on that trip died, and there were 9 survivors, and then 1 year later after the crash on the anniversary, 1 more person dies, so then that leaves 8, and then it's like a few years later and we're following Cassidy, I believe, and she is wanting to distance herself from this group. She's wanting to move on with her life. She doesn't want to deal with this anymore. She wants to just forget about it, and then she gets a text saying that another one of the survivors has died, so she decides to go back to this house and kind of try and figure out what exactly is happening and why everyone's dying, and from there I think even more people just continue to die. So yeah, I have started this. I am currently on chapter 10. It is interesting for the most part. So it's told over the span of a week, and it's also told in like then and now kind of timeline. So it's like it's told over the span of a week, and then it's like at the beginning of each day there's a flashback from a different character of what they were experiencing during the crash and the incident that everything happened. So overall I'm enjoying it for the most part. I don't really know if this is my kind of thriller or like my kind of mystery, so we'll see how I feel about it in the end, but hopefully this one will get finished as well. As far as the books left on my TBR, I still have The Forest by Dawn Winslow, Magnolia Park, The Serpent and the Wings of Night, I think it is, and and Throne of Glass. So those are the other books that are on my TBR that I'm hoping will hopefully resonate to me during this video, and I can get those read as well and get them finished. But for now, I think I'm going to be picking up Our Scorching Summer and seeing how much of this I can get read, and I might switch between this and The Only Survivors, just kind of depending on how I'm feeling. So with that being said, let's get into this 24-hour readathon. So it is now day 2 of this challenge, and it is currently 2:10 p.m. I have not done any reading at all today, but I did end up going to bed last night around like 10:30-ish. So I was able to read around 3 hours, a little bit over 3 hours yesterday. So I do still have 20 hours and 51 minutes and 28 seconds left on my 24-hour timer. So this morning I have just mainly been like, I had to run a couple of errands and then I did some homework. But now that I've done all the homework that I think that I'm going to do today, I'm going to do some reading. I am going to be picking up Our Scorching Summer and hopefully finishing it today as well. So I was able to read up to 62% last night in it. So I am going to see if I can go ahead and finish the rest of this out. And then I think after that I'm going to switch to The Only Survivors and then see about reading a couple of the books that are on my TBR. So yeah, with that being said, I think right now I might eat something really quickly and read while I eat and hopefully get some more reading done. I have basically until Monday to film this video. So basically I have had 5 days to film this video. So like yesterday was Thursday that I started, today's Friday, so then obviously like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, that's 5 days. So I was hoping to get around 4 to 5 hours read per day in order to make sure that I'm like staying on track. So yesterday I was able to get a little bit over 3 hours, so not quite that 4-hour mark read. So hopefully I can hit that 4-hour mark plus whatever was left from yesterday's 4 hours, and who knows, maybe I'll even read a little bit more than that. But the goal is just to see how much I can read over the next few days. So I'm going to get to reading this, and then once I finish it, I will probably update you guys again on the timer. So I just finished Our Scorching Summer by Kels and Denise Stone, and we are sitting at 18 hours, 3 minutes, and 24 seconds left on the timer. So just under 6 hours to complete that book. I started at like 23% or something like that. So I read a majority of it during this readathon so far. But now that I have finished that book, I'm going to be moving on to the next book, and that is The Only Survivors by Megan Miranda. I'm hoping to finish this tonight, honestly. So I think I can get this read in a few hours. I am around halfway. I think I'm like at 40%, so not quite halfway. Like I've read this much and I still have this much to go, so it's like nearly halfway, but like not quite. So I definitely think that I can finish this tonight as well. I have just been putting this book off. I just haven't really been super into like a mystery thriller mood the past couple of weeks, like since I picked this up, but maybe like once I start reading it, I will kind of get back in the groove, and I'm really hoping to enjoy this. I really enjoy Megan Miranda's writing style so far, and the story has been fun and like good so far. Well, okay, not fun since people are dying, but overall her writing style has been pretty good, and I am enjoying my time reading this. So I'm excited to continue and see how I end up feeling about this. And now I am going to continue reading this one for the next few hours, and then I will update probably once I finished it, because I do see myself finishing this tonight. So I will talk to you guys again a little bit later. Hello, Hello. So I have just paused the timer at 15 hours and 33 minutes, and I have just finished The Only Survivors by Megan Miranda, and so I've decided to give this 4 stars. I enjoyed this for the most part. Like, it wasn't very predictable, which is good. Like, I had no idea what was really going to happen in the end. Like, I had like 0 theories. Like, there were a few people that kind of gave me like some bad vibes, but for the most part, like, I didn't really see the ending coming, and like the big reveal of like actually what happened that night was like very shocking to me. So I overall enjoyed this for the most part, and I definitely would recommend it if you're looking for a summery themed thriller. But now that I'm done with this, we're going to move on to the next book. I have a couple of options for my next pick. So I have The Force by Dawn Winslow. This is another mystery thriller type book where like the main character is like a dirty detective or like a dirty cop, and that is really all I know about this book. I am very iffy about this book. Like, I have no idea if I'm going to like this or not, so I'm thinking I could try this one. But I also have Winter in Paradise by Ellen Hildebrand, and this is a very short one, so I'm kind of leaning a little bit towards this one. They're both on my TBR for the month, so either one would be like fine, but I'm thinking, since I just finished a mystery thriller, I'm thinking I might pick this one up since it is a little bit shorter. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna stay up tonight. It's already 10:30, but I am thinking that I do want to go ahead and start this, so I think that is where we're at for now, and then maybe once I finish this one, then I will decide to pick up this one. But I don't know, this one, it just really is not calling my name, but I want to read it. But I feel like if I don't read it this month, then I'll probably end up getting rid of it because it's just like not really calling to me, so we'll see. But for now, I do think that I am going to pick up Winter in Paradise, so that's what we're gonna do now, and I will update you guys again later. So I have just stopped the timer at 11 hours and 26 minutes and 19 seconds left because I have just finished Winter in Paradise by Ellen Hildebrand, and I'm gonna give this 4 stars. I was pleasantly surprised by this book. I have never read anything by Ellen Hildebrand before, so I didn't really know like what kind of writing she did or like how her stories would like come together. But so basically this is like a literary fiction, I guess you could say, or like contemporary fiction maybe, or like I don't know. But basically this book follows our girl Irene, and she's like an older lady, and her husband was killed in a plane crash with 2 other people, and she basically gets this phone call one night that he's been killed in this helicopter crash in the Virgin Islands, and she is just so shocked and so surprised by this because she was like, well, what was he doing in the Virgin Islands? Why was he there? And so she goes to the Virgin Islands with her 2 sons and finds out that he had this completely like secret life, and so she is basically trying to unravel his secret and kind of figure out what exactly was going on. And she just finds out more and more secrets, and this was honestly so good. I am going to be reading the next 2 books because it is a trilogy, so I definitely do see myself picking up the next 2 books. It ended on somewhat of a cliffhanger, so I definitely do see myself picking up the next one soon. But now that I finished this, so I'm thinking that I'm going to give The Force a try. I just don't know how I'm going to feel about this book. I just feel like this book is just so not in my wheelhouse, but I'm trying to like try other things and like other genres, and I've had this book for a while, so I'm really interested to see like if I would like it or not. So I think I'm gonna try and give it like 50 to 100 pages to see like if I would like this book, and if not, then just DNF it, because honestly, like this year I've been so bad about DNFing books and like not being kind to myself when reading, and actually like suffering through books that I don't want to read, and like that is not something that I want to make a habit of, because in the past like I've not been afraid to DNF stuff, but now I just feel like it's like FOMO, because I'm like, okay, well maybe it'll actually be good, but when in reality like I know what I like and I know what I don't like, so why would I try to like stick around and see if something's gonna get better when I know that I don't like it? So like I said, with this I think I'm gonna try and give it like around 50 pages, probably at max 100 pages, to see how I'm feeling about this, and then deciding whether or not I'm going to DNF it. And if I do decide to DNF it, then I'll probably just get rid of it, because at this point there's no point in keeping it, especially if I am planning on DNFing it. And so I just flipped to page 50, which is the beginning of chapter 4, so I will read the first 3 chapters and see if I like it or not, and who knows, maybe it could be really good and it could surprise me and it could be like amazing and it'd be like a 5-star read, but I don't know. You never know until you try it out. So I think I'm gonna start this. It is currently 11:30, so I think I might stay up just to read the first like 50 pages of this, and then probably go to bed once I decide whether or not I'm gonna keep reading this or DNF it. So that is the plan for now, and I'll update again later. Hello, so I'm back already. It's been like 15 minutes and I made it to page 29 in the Force, and I'm DNFing it. Like literally I cannot do it. Like I literally cannot do it. And one thing that I hate in books is when white authors use the N-word. Like sorry, but no, absolutely not. And page 29, so nope, done. I'm done with this. Also I just like couldn't get into it, like, and I had a feeling that this book just like wasn't for me, but I just felt like the way that the main character was like being portrayed was just so like offensive. I don't know, like I don't even know, like this just seemed so like try hard in the first 30 pages. I don't know, and like it just was, yeah, not for me. So it's gonna be a DNF on this one, and I have a feeling if I were to have suffered through the whole thing, it probably would have been like a 1-star. So we're moving on to the next book. We're not even going to like pretend. We're not even gonna pretend like I was like, oh, you know, but I gave it a chance. I tried. I was like, maybe I can make it to the 50 pages, but then I was like, you know what? No, not doing it. So moving on to the next book. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm either thinking Magnolia Parks or The Serpent and the Wings of the Night, but I do think that I am going to bed right now. So I think that I'll pick my new book in the morning and just kind of see what I'm in the mood for in the morning. But for now, that is going to be it for my update, and I'll talk to you guys again in the morning. So it has been a while since I have like actively talked to you guys. Like I literally don't think I've like spoken to the camera since last night when I DNF'd The Force, but I did want to come on here, and I'm sure as you have seen, I decided to start Magnolia Parks, and so far I am absolutely loving this book. So I have paused the timer, so I'm sitting at 6 hours and 19 minutes and 45 seconds left. So I have paused the timer for now because I am getting ready to take a shower and get ready to like get in bed. So it is Sunday night, and tomorrow is actually Memorial Day, so I don't have to go to work. So I plan on continuing this into tomorrow, but I am going to read a little bit more of Magnolia Parks before going to bed. So I'm currently on page 204, which is chapter 25, and this so far amazing. Like literally I am absolutely loving this. Like, and I know that this is straight up like toxic. Like it is like Chuck and Blair on like steroids. It is so just like toxic, but the way that Magnolia loves BJ, like I'm like, oh my god, like literally it's just like, it's so like heartbreaking, but it's also like so beautiful at the same time, because like it is so toxic, but you can just tell the way that Magnolia just like loves BJ, but BJ literally just keeps like messing everything up, but she still just like can't not be around him. And it's just like and the writing in this is just so good. Okay, well, I'm not gonna say like the writing is so good, which I mean the writing's not bad, like there are so many beautiful quotes in this, but I do however feel like it could have been edited a little bit better, because I feel like, and I don't know if it's just too because of like the slang difference, because like Jessa Hastings is like a British author, I'm pretty sure, because this is like written kind of in like British English for the most part, and there are like quite a few like British slang and like British phrases and things like that in this. So I mean, like obviously if you watch Love Island, you probably have heard some of the like phrases and sayings in this book, so it's not like too hard to like comprehend and like put context clues around like what they're saying and things like that. But I do feel like it could have been edited a little bit better so far, but overall like I'm like getting pretty close to like the halfway point, and I'm like obsessed with this. I'm absolutely loving it. I have been annotating it. Obviously you probably can't see because the lighting is like terrible in here because I have my like blue light on, but stunning. Do I recommend this for everyone? Absolutely not. No, this book is not for everyone. And this is actually the second time that I've actually picked this book up. I actually picked this book up last year right around Christmas time and read like the first like 2 pages and was like literally what the heck is this, and put it down. But now that I'm in like the right like mind frame and headspace to read this, I'm loving it. I'm loving it, and I feel like this could be a 5-star for me. I don't know, we'll see about the ending, because I have heard some mixed things. I have heard that it's like great until the ending, and then you either like love it or hate it. So I'm interested to see what I think about that, but I am going to continue reading this some more tonight. I don't know, I might end up staying up and finishing it tonight. Probably not though, because I'm kind of sleepy, but it is like, it's after 9 o'clock. It's currently 9:15, and I wanted to take a shower because I need to wash my hair. Like I need to wash my hair so bad. Like honestly, like we're not talking about it, but it's fine. So next time you see me, hopefully I'll have curly hair, but then again at the same time, like I don't know, I'm looking not in the mood, so maybe I'll just wash it in the morning. But I mainly just want to read, so you know what, scratch that about washing my hair. I think I'll wash my hair tomorrow, and then so I can read some more of this. So I'm gonna go now, and I will talk to you guys again later. Hello, so I have decided to stop the timer at 2 hours and 52 minutes and 1 second left, because so it is now currently 9:06 p.m. on Monday night, and unfortunately I do have to go to work in the morning, so I cannot stay up for the next 3 hours to read Magnolia Park, which I think if I were to stay up the 3 hours, I definitely do think that I could finish it. I think I have like under 100 pages left, or like right around 100 pages. It's 493 and I'm on page 379, so I mean like I only have like this much left. But so I think I'm going to pick up with the 2 hours and 52 minutes tomorrow when I get home from work, because I am going to have a very busy day at work tomorrow, so I don't see myself having time to read any like at all at work. So I just feel like I'll just finish the timer tomorrow night when I get home from work. But I do see myself finishing this probably within that 3 hours. But I freaking love this book. Like it is giving me such 5-star vibes. Like I love this. I hate that I didn't pick it up sooner, but at the same time I feel like I picked it up when I needed to, because when I tried to read it before, like I just wasn't, like it wasn't the right time. But now that it is like later and I've picked it up again, I am absolutely obsessed with this book. And so that's so good because I haven't had a 5-star read in a while, so I'm definitely excited to see how the ending is going to be. But I've already ordered Daisy Hates. Like, I put it on my TBR for June, which by the time this video comes out, like, that video will have been out my June TBR. But literally, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I love it. I definitely don't think that this book is for everyone. I'm just going to go ahead and say that now. This book is not for everyone, and it is very toxic. It's very toxic, and this is not what a relationship should be like at all. This is not the framework for a healthy relationship, but it's so good. Like, the story is so good because it's like Magnolia loves BJ so much, and like, it's so hard like to read about because she loves him so much, but he just keeps like sabotaging. And then in order for her to like kind of backpedal, she also has to sabotage. And it's just like, it's so frustrating, but it's so good at the same time. And the quotes in this like are seriously some of the best quotes I think I've ever read before. Like, honestly, just I just can't even, like, I just know that this is probably going to be one that I read again. And I just feel like this might be like one of my favorite books of the year. So I'm definitely interested to see more about this like universe, because there's 4 books out now and it's supposed to be 7 books in total. So just like the fact that we get 7 books of this, like, literally I cannot wait. But like I said, we'll see about the ending because my friend Sarah read this and she was really enjoying it up until the end, and then she like hated it after that. So I don't know, I'm interested to see, but I just don't see how I couldn't love it. Like, I don't think that there's going to be anything that's so unhinged and off the wall that it's going to just make me like not give it 5 stars. So I don't know, but that's what I'm gonna leave with for now. I might read like another chapter maybe before I go to bed, but I don't really see myself doing that because, like I said, it is already almost 9:15 and I need to be at work in the morning at like 6, so it's definitely time for me to go to bed. So I will update you guys again tomorrow, and fingers crossed that I could actually finish this video. Like, I've literally been doing this 24 hours since Thursday and it's Monday. Like, I was not expecting it to take this long, but I did have homework that I needed to do this weekend that was like very important that I needed to do, that was due, so I couldn't read the way that I wanted to. So I don't know how many of these challenges I'm gonna be able to do this summer because, like I said, my coursework this summer has been just a lot. So, but yeah, so that's gonna be it for now, and I will talk to you guys again later. Hello, so it is now the next day and I did not talk to you guys yesterday, but I wanted to come on here and update that I am now done with the 24 hours of this readathon. So I ended this readathon when I finished Magnolia Park. So I did still have about 30 minutes left in the readathon once I finished this, but I didn't want to start anything new, so I figured I would just end the 24 hours since I did finish this. And 5 stars. Absolutely loved this book. This book is not for everyone. I will go ahead and say that this book is not going to be for everyone. I did give it a 5 stars, yes, but this book is so, I don't even know how to like describe it because it's so like real and raw in a sense, but also at the same time, like, this is not a romance. This is not romantic. BJ is not romantic. The things that happen in this book are not romantic, and it's so crazy because the way that Jessa Hastings wrote this book, like, you can just tell how much Magnolia loves BJ and how she's willing to do anything for him, but she continues to sabotage and he continues to sabotage, and it's just a back and forth and it's so toxic. But the quotes in here are just so good. It's so amazing, and I definitely recommend this for the right audience. And this book is not going to be for everyone, so if you do decide to pick this up, just remember that it might not be for you. Just like how Sally Rooney isn't for a lot of people, I definitely feel like this is kind of similar to that, and that it won't be for everyone. But so I've officially finished this 24 hours. I read 4 books, DNF'd 1, and overall I feel like it was pretty successful, so I'm happy with it, even though it literally took me a week. Like, at this point it is day 7 and I'm finally just now closing out the vlog. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.